Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Thursday, January 12th, 2017. Take a look at the IBB today. This is the Biotech Index ETF, all right? So this basically encompasses most big biotech names. Now, what's so astounding about this action today is that it's actually positive. Markets across the board are negative, and the IBB is positive. That's one day after it collapsed. Meteoric collapse after Donald Trump, in a press conference, ripped biotechs and their pricing of drugs, obviously. Now, this is huge, guys, because in my opinion, I was already believing that the biotechs were at the low end of the range, but today confirms it. I'm issuing a strong buy on the biotechs. You got to look for them, find a good chart, but I'll give you a couple names. But the bottom line is, if the ripping that biotechs took yesterday only took them down for one day and they're stronger today than the market, then we have something on our hands, a major potential bottom. Take a look at the intraday. So this is what happened yesterday when Donald Trump ripped them, right? This morning, look at this. Look at how they were kind of hovering right at those same lows. But notice how you never really took those lows out on a closing candle basis on the intraday 10-minute here. Sure enough, then what happens? Up, up, and away. And look at that rally and then basically consolidating into the end of the day. Hugely bullish action. All right, and again, I can't stress that enough. Based on the ripping they took yesterday, for them just to have a one-day 3% sell-off on the index, very minor. Very minor. What are my favorite plays? Let's take a look. Gilead. Gilead's beaten down. This is one of my favorite ones here, guys. Take a look at that chart. I love charts that are at the low end. Notice how it's trying to make a bottom right here. Pivot low, pivot low, pivot low. As long as those lows hold, this is a strong buy on this pullback off of Donald Trump's ripping. Another stock. I love Valiant Pharmaceuticals. Bouncing back today already, folks. This is a great trade, in my opinion. Now, listen, it's a hard one because it's obviously been the hated stock of Wall Street for like 2 years. But they just recently, this week, announced that they sold off some skincare products as well as another portion of their business, raising over $2 billion in just a very small amount of what they sold. That's why the stock gapped up here, and then it faded, obviously, into yesterday's sell-off. It went right back to gap fill. So those of you that know charts, here was your gap right up from here. All right, so here was where it closed the previous day. Then it gapped up, and then it went up here, and then it came back in. That's gap fill. Huge support there. So I'm a huge fan of VRX, Valiant Pharmaceuticals, at gap fill right there. Other stocks that you should be paying attention to, find ones that have been beaten down. VRTX is one of them. This one's already, I mean, look at this. This basically didn't even budge yesterday, but it's at the low end of the range. I like it. ALXN you can keep an eye on. This is already up, though, so I mean, any of these that I'm looking at that are up significantly, I probably won't mess with them because they've already had a big move. What else? How about Teva? Teva's another one that I like, guys. Teva is actually down just slightly today. You could see the sell-off yesterday on the daily chart right here. It got flushed down, but this is another one that I'd be interested in. And basically what you're doing is you're looking to accumulate and just kind of tuck it away. And I think based on the price action in the biotech index, you should see within days a lot of these biotechs start perking up. Start absolutely perking up. So these I love. Now, if you want to play the index itself, you can always just buy the IBB. That's fine to do. Notice again on the IBB daily chart how yesterday's sell-off took you into 3 moving averages. Tons of support right there. As long as these 3 moving averages hold, this is a bullish sign for biotech. And biotech, in my opinion, can be bought. All right, now you might say, well, how come if Donald Trump's trashing them and they're going to, make prices lower? To be honest, my kind of response to that is that we heard this for a year plus from Hillary Clinton and from other people. So it's old news. It's already been factored into the price. I think a lot of people, a lot of investors don't believe, which is why you're getting the bounce back. They don't believe what Donald Trump's saying. He's supposed to be so pro-business, but here all of a sudden, you're seeing him be hawkish on business. I don't know. I think proof is going to be in the pudding, and right now we are seeing the IBB look very bullish. So anyways, I leave you with that, folks. I believe you have a strong buy on biotech, beaten down biotech, and the IBB here going into this week, next week, you name it, going forward, short term, near term. This is a buy. Take care.